Let's take a moment. Look at yourselves. Look at yourselves in your daily lives. How you speak, how you talk, how you act. Are you happy with what you've accomplished? Ask yourself, would you have done more? Is there anything you would have done but didn't find the time for it? Yes, everything's possible. Everything's happy when you can do it because you are the center of your world. When you want to imagine yourself or put your life, how would you put it? As one straight line, or maybe a tree with different branches? How would you imagine yourself? As an all-you-can-eat buffet with different things you can eat and different passions and hobbies all at the same time? Don't you want to be put with different colors and not just one? Then you, my friend, are a multipotentialite. In a nutshell, a multipotentialite is a person that does so many things at the same time. A multipotentialite refuses to have one single hobby and one single passion, but many things at the same time. A multipotentialite is a person who takes advantage of life and fills in every single moment of his life. Today, let me tell you about my story. I'm a dentist, I'm a food blogger, I'm a lecturer, I'm a certified hypnotherapist, I'm a publisher, I'm a father of 3, and definitely a husband in my free time. I try to be an activist, and I try to be an activist as much as I can, loving my country and promoting in the best way I should. How did the story begin? The story began when I was 12. We were 10, and some work had to be done. 10 scouts in a patrol where we thought we can change the world. A small group of kids, and some work had to be done. What would I want to be? Did I want to be the photographer, the secretary, the cook, the collector? I wanted to be all, but unfortunately, you had to choose one. Let's start by the photographer. At least start somewhere. So I decided to be the photographer, and this is how I grew up the hierarchy, a step at a time, to take pictures of the group and all its little details. I try to change as many hats as I can during the day, not trying to, but feeling it. And with every hat comes full potential in what I do. Between a patient and another, between a kid and another, between one service and another, trying to put all those efforts without much of an effort actually makes me tackle all my brain and makes me love what I do. While continuing to be the scout and taking pictures of the patrol, I loved this passion behind the small camera when Kodak used to be #1. Put the battery, a small film, the 36 images you can take, and work on every single image because we didn't have a screen to see it. My chief, who was a photographer, a wedding photographer and one of those good ones, so I asked him to take me with him to his jobs, and this is where I got the first job of my life at the age of 16. At the age of 16, I became a wedding photographer, did some pocket money when many opportunities opened for me around the world. I traveled to Geneva, traveled to France, traveled to the Arab countries, while discovering the little hidden gems of Lebanon, the architectural little details, and learning more about what can I be and definitely my future. I learned about the light, about photography, while putting up front the hidden artist in me. At the age of 18, we all have to choose. What did I want to be? The photographer and study that at university, or maybe do something else? I've always wanted to be the dentist, like my father, like my grandfather before him. I always wanted to be this dentist, but who said a dentist can be a photographer and be good at both? So I've been to the university, started my studies, while in parallel, starting my own company because now I was overaged, and doing some photography jobs for many companies and discovering more of the light, of the details, of the passion, of the art behind this photography, which I really loved. It was so passionate that I didn't even think about the time for it, or even if it needs some activity of my time. Now that I have my own photography company, now that I'm continuing at the university, it was photography during the night and weekends, university and dental studies during the week, but I always felt that there is something more I can do, a little tiny bit I can add. One day, I received a phone call from my friend who asked me, would you like me to help you do something, or let's do a job together? You are the photographer, and I have the name of the website. Okay, so in 2002, we started the concept, a website called Beirut Nightlife. This website that started covering the night about Lebanon and showing the world who real Lebanese are. Lebanese love life, Lebanese do go out at night. Lebanese are so passionate about what they do. And we do not sleep at night. I don't know why, but before that, the camera was like shy after dark. So we started this project that was Beirut Nightlife, showing the hidden gems of the country, the architectural details, the beautiful things, while continuing with my passion and definitely finishing my studies at the university. But now that I finished my photography studies, I had to think again. I always felt restless. Don't you feel restless having to focus on just one thing? Always feeling that I might focus on that, and why not the other one? And you hear people around you telling you, ركز بقى، خد لك شغلة وحدة، وما تترك شيء لغيرك، ما بقى فيك تركز على 100 شغلة مع بعضهم. And then you come back to yourself and say, why I can do more? Today, I feel better, definitely better. Discovering the word multipotentialite, this word who means that you can do much more than just one thing. The big day. وتخرج الصبي. After finishing my studies at university, I continued doing my photography jobs while having the chance to travel the world to lecture about a new subject that was laser dentistry. Now that I'm traveling, I had to see more, and I always said that traveling to one country is like reading a full book and having to know and discover more. Lecturing, which I always love to do, photography that brings up the artist in me, the scouting that I never had the power to achieve, Beirut Nightlife that became my little baby, and definitely the clinic, which I call my second home. Every artist's dream and every photographer's dream is definitely to do and publish his own book. So I always felt this missing link somewhere. I had to publish my own book, and that came with the publishing of Be Lebanon. 10 years of a job that took a lot of my life. After finishing and covering all the nightlife events, artists, and parties in Lebanon, Be Lebanon saw the light, and here I was, finishing a part of my career and putting more effort into my family and starting again a new life. Now that I had my first kid, my vision of life changed completely. Completely to an extent that I saw life from a different perspective. I wanted my kids to embrace their gifts, to know what they want to do as many things as they want. Personally, scouting opened up my possibilities to many things. From photography where I started, from cooking at the patrol where I became a food critic, from being the secretary and trying to write, etc. So I promised myself that I can help my kids to become much more than just one thing. Wearing a hat, another, and trying to fill in my day, I always thought, what can I do between a patient and another? Maybe fill in my time with something more interesting. While continuing the jobs at the clinic, this is where the latest project saw the light, and this is where No Garlic, No Onions came. Lebanon needed or was missing a food review website. I always wanted to go out, but never had the chance or opportunity to know where to go out, because all top 10 lists were paid for. I wanted real review, honest reviews, honest that do not follow the bribery way sadly our country follows. So this is where No Garlic, No Onions started, visiting and discovering restaurants and discovering food from all around the world, and definitely Lebanon, to bring up upfront, our real origins and authentic things we eat. No garlic, no onions, so delight, and today, after 2 years, yet it is a young project. It has 2,000 reviews, 2 awards already, and many more opportunities are yet to come. While continuing no garlic, no onions, I decided to start my hypnotherapy courses, and being a hypnotherapist changed my way of seeing life completely. After studying my hypnotherapy courses, I started seeing life with a positive attitude, with a positive view. Just look at life, how beautiful it is, the country you're living in, how you live, how you walk, how you have the opportunities and chances. It's very simple. You choose to be happy or you choose to be sad. You choose to do just one thing or to embrace many talents at the same time. Is nagging all day long would make you reborn in another country? Being reborn in another country would make you happier? Think again. So starting my hypnotherapy courses made me look at life differently and embrace one and another talent at the same time. Now that I took the hypnotherapy courses, I went back to life and saw myself. A photographer, a hypnotherapist, a food critic, dentistry, which I love and do every day, and all of that. The secret is very easy. The secret is one word: passion. Just do whatever you do passionately and have the courage to move, have the courage to change, have the courage to say, no, I'm not happy in what I do and I want to move forward. I want to do more. If we're destined to live 80 years, it's our choice to live them happily or sadly. It's our choice to live them fully loaded with many experiences and many passions and many hobbies, or just say, I was born to live, start, to wake up, eat, and just sleep. Put a name to your life. Mine is to leave this world a little tiny bit than I discovered it. If my day was a 36-hours day, I would definitely have filled it completely. Look at life in a different perspective, with a different vision. Just open up your field of vision. See differently, where opportunities are just at your fingertips. Think again. You can be the dentist, be the hypnotherapist, be the food critic, be a lecturer, be a TED speaker, and definitely be anything you want to be. You, my friend, are a multipotentialite. Thank you.